Hi flower friends, it's Marlene. I'm outside in the garden. It's in the 30s. It's been in the 30s and 40s. And I still have some spinach coming up, and my chamomile and Shasta daisies are overwintering well. I was able to build these hoops in the fall, I think October. Fellow florist, farmer florist on a Facebook group, I put out a post asking if anyone had a Johnny's hoop bender. And it turns out that she had one that she let me use. So I was able to make some hoops. This is just half inch EMT. I opted for the EMT because I didn't want to replace PVC in the long run. I have friends that have used the PVC and it's worked well, and they said it's been fine, but I just wanted something sturdy because it gets pretty windy over here too. I've been itching to get outside. So today's project, I just thought, since I'm having all this spinach still growing, that I would just do some winter sowing. I'll probably start seedlings inside and have them spread and then put them out here. Which, it's all an experiment. It's pretty cold. It's supposed to get colder the next few weeks. But in my Johnny's order, my seed order, I got some agribon. I got the 19, and I got 10 by 50 feet. So hopefully that goes over the arches. And I know that's not going to keep things warm enough. So I found our mattress bag. It's not resealable or anything, but I think it's thick enough to be able to put on over the agribon and see what happens this spring. And if it keeps the soil warm enough, I might be able to transplant ranunculus here. And I did pre-sprout some, so I'll share more about that in a little bit. I also purchased these snap clamps. They're made of PVC, and they're also from Johnny's. They're also from Johnny's, and you can use this with bird netting, with fabric, plastic sheeting, and tarps. I'm hoping it'll cover the agribon and the plastic, but we'll see. It's just big enough to cover like a 4-foot space. My beds are 4 feet wide by 8 feet long. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down the agribon. It's 50 feet long, but I'll probably, I don't know if I should double layer this. I'm not sure how ventilation works with growing things under cover outside, but I do have some with little holes. This material is way thinner than I thought. It reminds me of like the material that you see on pillow inserts. It's really, really thin, or like hair nets. I did use the Johnny's hoop bender, a 3-foot, but that 3-foot can make up to like, I think 6 feet width. On the instructions, it does say that the 3-foot wide hoops are recommended for like shedding snow, because you don't want the snow sitting on here. But my beds are 4 feet wide. I made the 4 feet wide ones, but then those didn't have like a curve to shed snow. So what I did, I built them 4 feet wide, and then I tried to straighten them out a little bit, and then I put them back through the 3-foot wide measurements, and I was able to get a really good curve that I think will shed snow. So I didn't use the exact 4 feet wide instructions to come up with these. I did the 4 foot wide instructions, and then I straightened them out a little bit, and then did the 3 foot wide hoop and measurement instructions for the Johnny's hoop bender. So here's another snap. Again, I'm being careful not to poke the rest of the fabric so that I don't poke more holes. Sorry, my video's so crooked. I'm still learning. Okay, so those snap clamps came in a pack of 10, and I have 3 hoops, and I was able to put 3 on each. So this is pretty good for now. To close this up, I am gonna have to get one of those clips or use a brick or something to hold it down. I will say, I think this coming fall, I'll start my lettuces and kales. I'll put them in when I clean out the summers, because I can see this being a little bit hard to work things into. I probably have to be like bending down and working under this, so I'm not sure how people do that. And I'm curious to see if the stuff that's already in there will grow. The chamomile and the Shasta daisies were overwintering really well. We had that really crazy freeze across the United States in December, I think the week before Christmas, where it was really cold for sure 24 to 48 hours. It was a really deep freeze, but the soil on these raised beds, I haven't taken temperature, but I'm really curious if I'll just be putting out my ranunculus. So I've started my first succession, and I'll share my second succession in the next video. One really valuable lesson I've learned in the garden is to just put stuff away. It takes like 2 minutes right after you're done with the task, compared to maybe like 20 minutes later when you have to come back and take stuff out to put back in. So it's Sunday the next day, and we did have some snow. It's been snowing since like early morning hours, and it held up. I thought I had put the plastic like a little tighter, but I think the snow got to it. This isn't too bad. I think maybe if we got a lot of snow, I would just clean it off to let the light through. I wanted to check the temperature. Oh, it looks pretty cozy in here. It does feel a little warmer in here than on the outside. I do have a thermometer that we use for our deep freezer. I'm gonna let it sit here for about 5 minutes and see what it reads. We also have a surface thermometer that we use for the kids. I've set it to surface just to see what it is out here. So 38 degrees, 39, 35. So that's pretty good. Okay, so about 38 degrees Fahrenheit out here, or on the surface. I'm gonna test the temperature out here on the landscape fabric right outside the bed. So 32 degrees, so like 6 degrees difference, not bad. 33, let's see the ground. Let's see a raised bed. 32. This is where we have the strawberries. 33. So my reading for the ground outside of the bed is like 32 degrees, and inside it's about 6 degrees warmer. I didn't get to go to the store to get the clips yet though, so I'm like, there's air coming through here. So I think if I put the clips all along the bed, it could make it a little warmer. It's pretty cozy in here. It's not bad at all because there's no wind. I'm not sure how you air stuff out here though. I want to give an update on the Lisianthus. I do have some termination and there and there. So I'm in my garage, and just a little update. I did start a batch of about 18 Aviv mixed ranunculus. I used the Costco muffin tray that I showed in one of my videos. There are no drainage holes, which has me a little bit worried, so I'm just watching how much water I'm putting into this. But I have a small grow light. I decided to put them in my garage because it's a little bit cooler here, and then that way I won't have to harden them off from like inside of the house. That's about like 67, 68 degrees. The ranunculus sprouted since 24 hours ago since I made the other clips, so that's really good. I did pull some out and the roots are growing, so I guess it likes the garage. It's nice and cool in here. Anyway, thanks for joining me. See you next time.